Welcome to this video on how to navigate the guidance. You find the guidance here. On this page, you also find the Supplier Code of Conduct and the contract clause. If we scroll down the page, you first see 3 sections with support for public buyers in applying the contract clause. And then you see 4 sections with support for suppliers in fulfilling the contract clause. I will go through these in more detail shortly, but first, let's look at some other important sections further down the page. If you click on country risks, you end up on a page with a compilation of indices for all countries worldwide. If you click on risk analysis, you end up on the Swedish National Agency for Public Procurement's website. This information is in Swedish. And if you click on sources, you get to a list of credible and independent sources that you can use when you identify and assess adverse impact on human rights, workers' rights, the environment, and business ethics in your supply chains. If we go back to the main page, we can see that the guidance supports public buyers throughout the procurement process, in the preparation of procurement, during the procurement itself, and in the management of the contract. To make navigation easier, each page has menus. And here, and at the bottom of each page, you can click to proceed to the next step in the process. If we instead focus on the support for suppliers, it includes an introduction to the contract clause and a review of the supplier's commitments, the supplier's due diligence, and the supplier's reporting obligation. The introduction contains a short video on the UN Guiding Principles. It also contains information about upcoming legislation, support from international organizations, and practical tips on how to get started. Also, these pages have arrows for easy navigation. On this page, we review the Supplier Code of Conduct. And if you click through to the next page, you will find the section on due diligence, the most comprehensive part of the support to suppliers. Here, we first explain what due diligence is, followed by a detailed walkthrough of the 7 process requirements in the contract clause. Each page begins with an excerpt from the contract clause, and the menus reflect its structure. For example, the guidance on section 2.1a on policies can be found at the top of the menu. If we scroll down, you will see that each section ends with suggested verifications. These are suggestions on how you can demonstrate compliance, for example, during an office audit. At the bottom of the page, you will also find templates for each process requirement. We hope that these templates will help you comply with the contract clause. And as with all other pages, you can easily click to the next process requirement from here.